Welcome back to Car Scope, car lovers. Today we're diving into the 2025 BYD Song L, the sleek fastback crossover that's causing more than a few worried glances from the Tesla Model Y and Kia EV6 camps. First impressions matter, and the Song L's dragon face front fascia wastes no time announcing BYD's fresh design language. Slim pixel matrix headlights flow into an illuminated logo strip, and the clamshell hood drops to an air curtain bumper that looks ripped from a concept sketch. Walk along the shoulder line and the athletic stance becomes obvious. At 4,840mm nose to tail, it's fractionally longer than a Model Y, but the roofline arcs lower and cleaner, helped by frameless doors, flush handles, and giant 20-inch turbine wheels that tuck tight under subtle fender flares. The whole shape slices air at just 0.255 cd, and an active rear wing rises at speed to keep the tail planted while shouting, "Performance," to anyone behind you. Around back, a Porsche-style light bar stretches the width, but BYD's stylized dragon claw signature keeps things original, while an integrated diffuser hints at the dual-motor punch hiding beneath. Eye-catching looks are only worth it if the engineering backs them up, and on that score the Song L comes out swinging. Built on BYD's E-Platform 3.0, it packages the brand's signature blade battery in a cell-to-body structure that stiffens the shell and lowers the center of gravity by almost 10% versus a conventional skateboard. Base rear drive trims spin a 150 kilowatts motor good for a healthy 310 Nm, pushing the crossover to 100 km/h in roughly 7 seconds. A high-output single-motor option steps up to 230 kilowatts, trimming that sprint to 5.9 seconds while stretching range to a class-leading 662 kilometers on China's CLTC cycle, thanks to the larger 87.04 kWh pack. And for the torque junkies, the flagship dual-motor AWD version layers an extra 150 kilowatts up front for a combined 380 kilowatts, about 510 horsepower. Pin the throttle and the Song L hurls itself to highway pace in 3.8 seconds, only calling time at 201 km/h. BYD's DISC active suspension constantly adjusts damping, keeping roll muted through sweepers, and the 50-to-50 weight balance gives the steering a neutral, confidence-building feel you don't always find in family-focused crossovers. Charging times are equally confidence-inducing. BYD's 800-volt architecture means you can juice from 30 to 80% in 26 minutes on a 250 kW DC plug, and the battery management system is smart enough to precondition on the fly when you punch a charger into the nav. V2L export up to 6 kilowatts comes standard, so powering a campsite espresso machine or keeping floodlights on during a backyard party is as simple as plugging into the rear quarter port. Swing open the frameless door and the interior feels more boutique lounge than midsize SUV. Designers took inspiration from ocean swells. Gentle wave contours sweep across a soft-touch dash trimmed in microfiber suede, while knurled aluminum toggles glint like wet sand in the sun. A 10.25-inch floating digital cluster sails above the wheel, but your eye inevitably drifts to the 15.6-inch rotating infotainment screen. Portrait for scrolling long playlists, landscape for maps or mirrored video feeds. A 50-inch AR head-up display augments speed, nav arrows, and ADAS prompts directly onto the road ahead, so glancing away all but disappears. Underfoot, thick pile carpets meet stainless scuff plates, and every seat, including the rear bench, offers heating and ventilation. The optional Napa package swaps in perforated leather with a swirling dragon scale embossed that's subtle until sunlight catches the pattern. Back seat room is generous thanks to a 2,930mm wheelbase. Even at 6'2" you'll clear the panoramic glass roof without tilting. BYD's D-Link OS 5.0 gives each passenger a personal entertainment profile, so kids can hop in, tap their NFC wristband to the seat back mount, and their favorite streaming apps and climate presets appear instantly. Meanwhile, a 12-speaker Dynaudio system fills the cabin with concert hall clarity, and active noise cancellation strips out wind hush above 120 km/h, letting you chat at library volumes even on coarse pavement. Safety and ADAS mimic much pricier European rivals. Standard kit folds in adaptive cruise, automatic lane change on confirmation, and blind spot cameras that pop up in the central display when you indicate. The range topper layers in litter-based highway pilot that can negotiate ramp merges and narrow construction lanes, while ultrasonic sensors enable an impressive memory parking, Routine. You teach the Song L your favorite tight garage slot once, then watch it repeat the performance solo next time. All this tech might have you bracing for a luxury brand sticker, but BYD's value play is half the story. The 2025 model year kicks off at roughly 195,000 yen, or about US $27,000, for the 71.8 kWh rear drive trim. Expect the long-range single motor to land near 235,000 yen, US $32,500, and the dual-motor performance flagship to crest just under 295,000 yen, US $40,000, before incentives. Even fully optioned with premium paint, panoramic roof, and the Napa interior pack, the Song L struggles to break the equivalent of US $45,000, a number that will raise eyebrows everywhere EVs are sold. So what's the takeaway? The 2025 BYD Song L looks like a concept, drives like a sports sedan, seats a family in pampered comfort, and charges quicker than a lunch break, yet costs less than many stripped-down compact crossovers that still burn petrol. BYD has proven once again that affordable and aspirational no longer sit at opposite ends of the EV spectrum. If your dream garage includes a head-turning design, Autobahn-grade acceleration, and gadget-packed cabin without detonating the bank account, keep the Song L firmly on your radar. Thanks for watching. Hit subscribe so you don't miss our next deep dive, and as always, stay charged and keep the rubber side down.